Simmons is a good player, but he's an even better human being. I mean, he's a fantastic individual off the field, Chad. He understands it. He gets it. But raise your hand if at any point last season you said to yourself, I really miss Justin Simmons. Brandon Jones isn't good enough, and the Broncos are really missing Simmons' presence. I didn't say that one time. So looking back on it with the benefit of hindsight, Chad, the Broncos made the right decision for the personnel of their team.
The only time it really came to my mind was when PJ Locke started to kind of tumble a little bit. I couldn't help but wonder what a Simmons-Jones backfield would have looked like. But we've since learned, of course, that PJ Locke was going through some relative hell with his back. So what was the difference last year? Like, why was the Broncos of 2024 able to do what the Broncos of 2023 couldn't under Sean Payton? And this was his answer. I feel when you have a team that is young and you can mold, they buy in a lot faster than guys that are older and have seen it and have done things differently for however long that is. The guys bought in.
Well, let's be honest, Russ was a little cancerous, Chad. I mean, the catchphrases, the amount of negative PR he brought the team, the amount of boneheaded plays he committed on the field. The reason why the Broncos were able to accomplish last year what they couldn't in 23 was because of Bo Nix. It's that they didn't have Russell Wilson and they had Bo Nix at quarterback. That's the answer. And it's true.
They knew what they were doing when they cut Russell Wilson. They knew they were going to be staring down the barrel of $85 million, that it would trigger a collateral domino effect, right? First thing being, well, we got to find a new quarterback. Plus, now we got to cut some guys. There are going to be some cap casualties, of which Simmons was one of them. Now we have to coach our rear ends off because we have this uber young, inexperienced roster. Yeah, we'll get them to buy in, but it takes more than that buy-in, I think. The coaches had to coach their arses off, and they did, and they relied on the youth of the roster.
Yeah, I was thinking about the butterfly effect that's taken place with the benefit of hindsight. If they didn't move on from Russell Wilson, you never got Bo Nix. If they did not re-sign Josie Jewell, you never would have got Greenlaw. If you didn't cut Simmons, you wouldn't have got Hufanga to pair, by the way, with Brandon Jones now. Sean Payton's so good at his job. George Payton's so good at his job. And Bo Nix caught on in year one because he's the real deal. That's how you're able to avoid rebuilding and how you're able to make the playoffs with a 10-7 record when no one gave you a chance.